Ni ji jimbo zo de ni me xin, zong ni ma long jimbo nga. Bi kar da ngang chen du hyun mo do, don ba ka rang jen la sor ban de, do song ro lo na chu la yir. The inconceivable path and also extraordinary path. These paths can remove all the obscurations, and also this path direct goes the cause of the omniscient, and also these paths to make the actually realization of omniscient in doubt the twofold of the goals or the knowledges. That is the compassion, right attitude, the extraordinary path of right attitude, which is the compassion. This is the source of the happiness in this life and the source of the happiness futures. And therefore, we need to generate perfect compassion or bodhicitta to concerning to all the sentient beings, to say that may all those sentient beings, the part of the myself, the part of the my family, the part of the my son or children or the parents, may they quickly to be free from the sufferings, may they quickly achieve the excellent happiness of the Buddhahood. And also, in order to them lead to the omniscient state, then we say, now I'm going to study Dharma correctly, properly, and also contemplate, to correctly meditate, and then it's like to be myself as the state of the Buddhahood in order to lead to them, those sentient beings. And this kind of great compassionate ideas we are studying. And also we studied already good attitude, the vast attitude, and also about the skillful means attitude, connect to the Sikudmantarayanas, that we know very well. And now it's like a second is the right conduct. When we listen to genuine Dharma, and also we should to check our conduct. And there is a right conduct and incorrect conduct. The correct conduct we need to do, and incorrect conduct we need to avoid. The incorrect conduct, what we need to avoid, and there's three categorizations. And the first group is called the three defects of the pots. And second is the sixth stain. And the third is the wrong way of the remembering. And these three groups are the defect when we listen to the Dharma, and we need to avoid, to abandon. If we do not abandon or avoid, and it can make obstacles for us in order to listen to the Dharma. And also, when we study Dharma, contemplating Dharma, which kind of the benefit? We have such benefit for us. And when we study genuine Dharma, and the purpose is we making ourselves genuine, beneficial, and like a kind of precious human existence. And also when we study, when we get the education of Dharma, we make ourselves improve, positive, improve. And also we can to recognize our secret defects, and not only to recognize the secret defect. And when we find the defects and how we can to correct to them, and if this possibility or the knowledge, how we can to correct and our secret defects, that is the fantastic. And it's many beings, particularly the human existence. Of course, each individual, it doesn't matter high or low, middle, man or woman, child or old, everybody it has some and secret defect. According to these secret defects, we are all the time to be the ordinary person, ignorant person, samsaric person. And now it is the time to clean up and to correct ourselves and to bring into the correct path. And therefore, we need education about the genuine Dharma. And here is talking about the sixth stain. And yesterday we are talking about the sixth stain. There was one quotation, in the explanation reason it says, pride, lack of the faith, lack of the effort, outward destruction, inward tension, and discouragement. These six are the stain conduct, and we need to avoid. If we do not avoid, how much they give to us obstacles. And we say they studied I think it's the 28th page, and the last two paragraphs we left, yes? I think there is. And we say the discouragement. And being discouraged if, for example, the teaching is too long, and like this kind of, sometimes discouraged, it's make the negative habitual tendencies. And and the teaching is very long times. I'm in pain, my knees. I'm pain my button. It's cold, hot, and it's like something quickly to finish it. And what this teacher is saying, the blah, blah, blah. And this kind of some hesitations and negative emotion is arise, then we need to something to find solutions, maybe better to get up, go out to get the fresh air, something. Any kind of negative emotion or disturbing emotions arise into our minds. This all the time is making the negative habitual forming impintings. And we don't need negative habitual tendencies. And therefore, of all the negative emotions, pride and jealousies are the most difficult to recognize. Therefore, examine your mind minutely. It is like often, minutely, one by one. In the 84,000 disturbing emotions here, or either 5, the poison of the disturbing emotions, most powerful, most like kind of the disturb the mind. In the among of the 5 poisons, the disturbing emotions, most worst disturbing emotions is the pride and the jealousies. also difficult to recognize, difficult to avoid, and difficult to work. And whoever has something proud or pride, and this person is to have all the disturbing emotions. And a pride person has jealousy, desire attachment, anger, and surely is the ignorant. There's of course the basically is occurring that. And therefore, and yesterday to say that when we receive the Dharma, turn inward into the mind to look, examine our own mind and how it is going on in my mind and which kind of I have thoughts. That is the most important to check. And yesterday I said this, I was one person went in Tibet, visited the Lama. This Lama has asked to us to say that what do you have thoughts when you're happy, when you are suffering. And just like kind of this two occur into our minds, maybe there's no particularly thoughts, okay, I'm happy, okay, I'm suffering, then it's not very good, like this. Now it is like when negative emotions occurring, what can I need to do? What is the Dharma taught, saying, and teacher's explanation about when is the arise the negative emotions into our minds. That is the most important to check to one by one, like manually, and like this. And then any feeling that there is something, even the least bit special about your own qualities, whether worldly or spiritual, will make you blind to your own faults and onward of the others' good qualities. Of course, and also is like each individual person has also defects, but each individual person or the beings has different qualities. Doesn't matter worldly qualities or the spiritual qualities. And each individual, there is some the different qualities. If we have slight things, like kind of the least bit special about our own qualities, whether worldly or like a kind of doing things, to have a good, like worldly education and worldly is arrangement, I can to arrange very good my family, business, and something is like I have more worldly educations and like this. Or maybe in the spiritually, or I understand Dharma, I listened many years, I have a little bit knowledge of Dharma, and this according to this kind of bit special our own qualities, or the least small least qualities, it's making a lot of proud, arrogant, blind, and our own like blind, we difficult to see our faults, defects. That is the problems, And on a word of the others, it is, we cannot to see the others' qualities. And it's like difficult to aware of the others' qualities. And because it's like I'm better than the human beings, I know everything, I'm better than the others, I'm better than the maybe Buddha, I'm better than the teacher, I'm better than the other Sangha, I'm better than my families. And this kind of proud arrogance, then we completely blind, making blind ourselves in order to see our own faults, and also in order to others' qualities, to see the others' qualities. And that is the worst defect we need to abandon, avoid. So renounce pride and always take a low position. And in order to avoid proud, arrogant, and this, to take the high, low positions, and others to put in the low position, it is not pleasant, Someone is like to say, the sit into the like low position. And then we say, why? I have good quality, I'm like kind of superior person, why you put me in the low positions? But then we have anger, hatred, jealousy, lot of. But in ourselves, to have the self-discipline, to understand our own defects, faults, I have a lot of pride. I want to take, all of us take the low position. This is like kind of, I'm taking antidote for my pride. And then it's like more comfortable. And it's like to be low persons, and then it's very much comfortable. There's not a kind of the rivalry, jealousy, and a lot of negative emotions disappeared. And why I need to have the low position, why I'm thinking like kind of the highers. If I get rid of the proud, I don't need to be the proud. I can automatically to be proud because everybody respect to me, and I may become the genuine with it. And also, Patrul say that, and the not good to have the high position, and better than to have the low positions. When you have the high positions, you have a lot of rivalry, competition, jealousies, and this is the like kind of demon present to use it. If you have a low position or you take the low position, it is the great like kind of the present by the divinities, and the low position is the caution of all the Buddha and Bodhisattvas. All the Buddha and Bodhisattvas comes from the low position, not kind of the high positions. And therefore we need to, talking about qualities of the low position, we want to take our own self to take the low position in order to antidote for our proudness. Like this. If you have no faith, the entrance to the Dharma is blocked of the 4 types of the faith. M for the faith, that is the irreversible faith. And faith normally trust. Faith means it's like a kind of, how do you say, bluntly to say, oh, you have a power, you have a kind of the strength. Maybe if I have faith into you, maybe you can to give me something, grant to me. It is like it doesn't matter for me, and you can to do everything for me. And like this kind of, we don't know. It is the faith is, I would to say, is like a different faith. One is a faith, is like a kind of eager faith, desire faith. And we say it's like, I wanted like this and that, and then I'm looking for some powerful persons or beings. And then it's like, these persons maybe can give me something special way. For example, if we like a kind of to have faith, queen and kings, ministers, or the rich, powerful persons, and we have follow and we have put faith and to respect what is really the purpose or the inner like the attitude, or if I'm like respect and to be nice service, maybe they can to specific something to private given to me, and like have according the desires. And here is not like this. Kind of the truthy means we are follow up the some direct and speaker direct telling to us, like kind of the direct study the Dharma. And then it's like Dharma is telling to us the truth. And then it's like this truth bring into our minds. Maybe we can just recognize our secret defects. We understand to aware of the others' qualities, and we can to correct our faults. Then we are become the genuine. We are like kind of become the authentic, and we making the improve ourselves. Therefore, we need entrance to the Dharma. If we haven't got truth, faith, into the Dharma, then the entrance to the Dharma is blocked. And also there is the four type of the, normally we have the three type of the faith, yes? Eager faith. First is the vivid faith, eager faith. I think it's the irreversible faith. And there's three type of the fourth one, I forgot it. Which one is? Okay, the four type of the faith. Trust. TWOMPT, NDOPT, YECHIPT, SHRMDOPT. Okay, it's a trust. You can't say, yeah, YECHIPT is the trusted. The last one is okay. Can you check this? And 2 minutes.